Hey, what's up guys? Back here with another Ninja Hack video. I got some really good feedback on the Ninja Hack 4 video that I did, so I'm going to kind of expand on showing you how to get some ASIN targets that are directly from Amazon. I've got some really high-level sellers implementing this strategy, and I'd suggest you give it a shot. So what you're going to do is if you don't have the FBA Chrome extension, you can actually do this manually. I'm just going to show you how to do it with the Chrome extension, but you should be able to get the picture. Basically what you're going to do, log into your Seller Central account, and you're going to go to Growth Opportunity Explorer, and you'll get a little search by ASIN here. You're going to pick your product, or if you're doing just product research from the get-go, it can be a competitor's product, but typically this strategy is going to be for launching PPC ASIN campaigns for sponsored products or sponsored display campaigns. So anyway, plug your ASIN in there, hit the search icon, and you're going to get all of the ASINs here. You're going to download that file. So that's going to be kind of step one. Now I'm going to do this quickly with the Chrome extension, but what you can do as a step two is go down through and take all of the ASINs on here and plug them back through. Takes a while, and you're not going to find a lot more. Usually it's about 2 times more than what's on the original kind of UI here. But if you do have the Chrome extension, it's really quick. You can basically just hop in here, pick your market, and take the ASIN that you want to research. And I'm just going to hit download files for kind of step one. You'll want to save that and just let it open. All right, and what you can do is take column C here and just copy that, come back here, and we're just going to do it again, but this time we're just going to plug in the entire list, hit append to all, and then hit download files. And what that's going to do, it's going to run through each one of those ASINs and automatically just populate this input box and then append all of the resultant data in one sheet, and then we'll be able to kind of filter that. And if you want to sort it and kind of, they've got review ratings and stuff like that. If you want to find ones that are just lower reviews than yours, you can do all that. What I typically will do though, and what I've seen other users do that have a lot of success with this, is they'll just test all of them. And then I'll show you kind of how to do that pretty efficiently here in just a second. All right, so there's our appended file. We're just going to save that now. And what I like to do is open this up. All right, and what I'll do is I'll copy all the data and just take it over into Ad Tactics. So I'm within Ad Tactics now. I'll just make a new sheet and I'll paste that data in. If you get a bunch of data off of that download, you may need to file import to get it into Google Sheets. I just prefer to use Google Sheets over Excel. Anyway, what you'll want to do is remove the duplicates, because you can see there's quite a few, over 10,000 rows here, but the majority of them are duplicates. So what you just need to do is go to Data, Cleanup, Remove Duplicates, and you're going to go off of column C. So the ASIN there, just hit that. And you should get about double, so 160, so this has fewer than double, but a lot of them will be 2 to 3 times typically. So this is going to be our kind of master list of ASINs that we're going to test in column C here. What you'll do now, if you want to quickly build the campaigns, is you can hop over to the campaign builder here. So we're going to switch this to product targeting, and I'll hit yes, and then I'm going to come up here to the campaign builder and hit ASIN targeting for sponsored products. All right, and you actually need to know how many you're going to do. So I think it was 160 ASINs divided by, we'll do 10 a piece, so 16. All right, and if you just double click in that cell, you can paste all the ASINs in this one ASIN target input. All right, and then there's a split and transpose option down here. Just click on that. And since we've got 16 campaigns, we're just going to put in 16. Actually, no, it'll be 10, sorry, because we want 10 in each one. Hit OK. All right, now we should have 10 in each one. And if you go all the way to the right, you see we've got 9 in this last one. All right, so the other thing you can do with this tool is kind of customize your naming scheme. So if you want sponsored product is the prefix, If you want a dynamic variable is like your ASIN, the match type. Then for the ad group, we'll plug in the SKU, stuff like that. And once you have your kind of naming nomenclature, you're just going to pick the SKU here from the dropdown. We're going to drag that across as well. If you wanted to do a multi-SKU campaign, you can do like a carriage return and put in the other SKUs there, but we'll do the single here. And we'll just click on Update Custom Names and hit Yes. So you'll see everything kind of swaps out with our naming scheme here. The PAT stands for product ASIN targeting. We've got the date, we've got a unique identifier there. Now you can set your default parameters on the settings tab, or you can just adjust them here and kind of override any of these values. Now with this kind of strategy, what I would recommend, especially if you have a smaller account, is kind of game plan the ASINs in your master list and don't launch them all at once like I'm doing here. This is just kind of a down and dirty example. We've seen just some weird things if you try to launch just a ton of new campaigns. Even if you do some of the other best practices I'll mention, like setting a higher budget right out of the gate, setting a higher starting bid out of the gate, just to show Amazon you mean business. That stuff works well as long as you aren't kind of shocking your current system that you've got in strategy, where maybe you've been launching a few campaigns every week. Don't all of a sudden launch like 20 of them like I'm suggesting here. You'll want to maybe pick 1 or 2 campaigns from that list worth of ASINs and launch those. So anyway, that's kind of the strategy. It's really just to test these ASINs that Amazon's giving you from the Opportunity Explorer in a systematic way. And Amazon's saying based on the ASIN that you plugged in there that these ASINs should do well. And we found that that is the case. So it's a really quick way to just get a really good list of ASINs to test through. There's a lot of other strategies. Definitely check out the strategies that I mentioned here in the Ninja Hack 4 video. It talks about rest of search modifiers. You can kind of set those as well here. If you want to set a like 30% rest of search, that'll get you lower cost per clicks. And even on these ASIN targets, it'll follow around some of the keywords that these ASINs are doing really well for, and you'll show up maybe not on the top of the page one, but you'll be kind of middle to bottom, and you'll get a lot lower CPCs but still higher conversion rates. So definitely try that out. I would not recommend the expanded targets. That's just not, from my experience, doesn't do as well. But once you kind of have all this dialed in, if you want to use the campaign builder, it's as simple as clicking this button. It's going to generate all of your campaigns in just an easy to upload spreadsheet here. And one thing I did not do is set a higher daily budget. If you can test it efficiently, I'd recommend like $30 to $50 starting out. The performance seems to be better out of the gate if you do increase that a bit. And the other thing is the target level bid. Typically with these ASIN targets, it's going to be lower. Lower bids still get impressions, so you'll have to kind of experiment there, and it varies niche to niche. But 40 cents in general is a pretty good starting bid if your average CPC is like 80 to $1 or something there. So that's kind of a general gauge for an average niche. So anyway, you can see what it kind of does here. Just builds it all out for you. And then last step is you can export it to your Google Drive. That saves it to a special folder in your Google Drive account. Then you just upload it and you're good to go. So if you do want to learn more about our Chrome extension and ad tactics, check out fbaexcel.io. The new Chrome extension's got a lot of Opportunity Explorer tools, keyword research tools, advertising tools. So it's really solid companion tool to our most popular tool, which is our Ad Tactics PPC platform. Check it out. There's a really good deal right now where you get 60% off your first month. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Cheers.